Hi there, Lorena Seidel here. Welcome to another week of Connected Conversations. This week, I'm going to talk about how to connect with our children in a better way, how to develop trust and connection with our children. Last week, I talked about creating this positive cycle of interaction with our children, our students. And I mentioned that there are 4 different places to start. There are 4 different angles we can approach this new positive cycle that we can start on working with ourselves, doing the inner work, rewiring ourselves so we can be in a better state of mind to deal with the everyday issues. Or we could start with practicing and learning better tools, more positive tools to address discipline, right? So we can replace that yelling, punishing, or being a pushover, being permissive, and rewarding type of models that we tend to fall into. And then I talked about how we need to create connection, sustain connection, and then repair connection when things break down, because connection is the antidote to negative behavior. And then I talked about how we need to address the root causes of behavior. We need to address this lack of connection and the lack of social emotional skills, because those are the roots of negative behaviors. If we help our children develop better skills, if we help them feel more connected, they will be able to feel better and do better, right? As their skills increase, their negative behavior decreases. So these are the 4 angles for us to work. And today I want to start with the connection. I want to talk about that. When I tell parents and teachers about connection, I like to ask them to envision themselves in a different country where they speak a different language, they wear different clothes, they eat different foods, they have different costumes. So imagine you're in this place and you're not sure of what to do, what to say, where to go, what to wear, but you have a guide. You have someone there who is showing you around, it's helping you order. Maybe he tells you, oh, you should order this, you're gonna love it. Or, don't say this here, this is inappropriate. Or here's what you should wear. Maybe you cover up more, or this and that. Here's where to go, things like that. And we listen to this stranger. We respect, we cooperate. And the only reason why we don't backtalk, we don't power struggle, we don't say no, we don't challenge this person is because we trust. We trust that this person got our backs. This person is on our side. This person got our best interest in mind, and it's there to help us and not to hurt us. When we develop this level of trust with our children, our students, where they know that we got their backs, we're there to help them, not to hurt them, we're on their side, we got their interest in mind, then listening, cooperation, respect, kindness, trust, all of that is inevitable. And if we can very quickly develop this kind of connection and trust with a stranger, imagine what we can do with our children and our students. So that's what I wanted to do this week. That is my one strategy that's simple and practical you can put into work this week. But you might be asking, okay, great, how do I do this? So I'm going to give you an exercise that you can do with your children or your students. It takes 5 minutes to do. It's fun. Even adults enjoy doing this when I give my workshops, so I'm sure your children will enjoy it. You can get a blindfold and you call them around and you explain to them we're going to do an activity, and maybe you ask one of them to be a volunteer, or you just do it yourself. You put on the blindfold and then you have a simple task. Maybe it's going into the kitchen and grabbing a glass of water. Maybe it's going into a closet in your classroom and grabbing something. And you try doing that blindfolded, or the student or the child tries to do it blindfolded. And then give it a few seconds for it to happen, and then you process. How did it go? Were you able to grab that glass of water? Was it hard? Was it easy? Was it exciting? Was it challenging? Were you anxious? Was it stressful? There's no right or wrong answers. Whatever comes up is fine. Maybe it was frustrating. Maybe it was fun, right? It doesn't matter. Then you say, okay, now we're going to do it again. But now I'm going to blindfold, but I want you to guide me. I want you to perhaps hold my hand and take me with you, or tell me how many steps to take, where to turn, what to do, help me navigate. And then you do it again. And then you process. How was it? Was it easier? Was it harder? Was it annoying to have someone telling you what to do? Was it frustrating? Did it give you more peace and did you relax a bit more? Was it comforting? Was it less stressful? Was it more stressful? No right answers again, right? Because depending on what kind of relationship we have with them, the guidance may be something that they are not open to receive, because they don't see it as guidance, right? Sometimes our children see our guidance as us directing, nagging, correcting, controlling, telling them what to do, bossing them about, right? So you just process. And then you start a conversation. This activity is just to start a conversation. And you say, you know what? This is what I am hoping for us. I want to be the guide for you, and I want you to be the guide for me, and that we can guide each other and help each other navigate life. That's what I hope for our family, for our classroom, that we can develop the trust, that we can develop this habit, this kind of relationship where we trust each other to guide, and that we see it, and that we know that we are here for each other, that we're here to help and not to hurt. We're here because we got each other's back, that we have each other's best interest in mind, and that this is what you want, right? And just have that conversation, put it out there that that's your intention, and then practice this during the week. See how it goes. It is practice, right? It just takes some practice. But I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, any comments, please write below or send me an email. I hope you have a wonderful week and just focus on connection this week. Thank you. Bye-bye.